Question: why do people trip and fall? Answer: because they're diving, not driving. When I say diving, I mean they're moving head first through space, like diving into a pool. It starts with a lean, then a fall, then a catch with the foot. But that's not really walking, that's falling. Especially if you're in a hurry or you're texting, your mind takes the lead and tips your weight forward. Then, if anything blocks your foot, you stumble and fall flat on your face. So how do you solve that? Stop diving and start driving. This is exactly what you learn in many traditional martial arts when you practice stances. When you practice stances, you don't lean to start a movement. No. First, you drop down. You sink your weight with your head over your feet. Now, instead of falling into a position, I can push off and drive where I want to go. The benefit of that is that if something now blocks my foot, I can just stop. I have better control over my body weight. Now I'm walking smoother and safer. Here's a challenge for you. Practice walking around your house in slow motion. This might feel like you're doing Tai Chi, but that's a good thing. By slowing down, you'll have a chance to study the mechanics of how you move. Ask yourself, am I leaning, falling, and diving, or am I dropping and driving with control? Of course, when you build a habit of driving instead of diving, you're going to improve all of your martial arts skills as well. When you see untrained fighters, you see wild punches. You see an out-of-control mind diving ahead of an out-of-control body. Now, I'm not saying that leaning and falling behind a strike can't be powerful or effective. Of course it can, but there's a trade-off. Leaning and falling wastes a lot of energy. It also opens you up to counters. It also limits your options to follow up with intelligent combinations. Heck, you might even throw yourself off balance and fall on the ground without even getting hit. That's just embarrassing. Hey, speaking of embarrassing, how do you feel about decapitation? Did you ever notice in horror movies how the killer walks and stalks very slowly, but the victim's always running around like a goofball? And what happens? The victim trips and falls. The killer just walks up and cuts off their head.
Now, I'm not telling you to put on a hockey mask and stalk people with a giant knife, but I do think we should be open-minded enough to learn from a winning strategy. Let's face it, Jason and Michael and Freddy and zombies have a very high success rate. They're legends because they take their time and stay in control. So, if you want to hold on to your head, hold on to your head. Drive, don't dive.
The big lesson here, on and off the mats, is to stop falling through your life trying to catch yourself before you trip up. Instead, choose a direction, take a breath, and drive, step by step, with control. This is something you can practice all day, every time you walk somewhere. Think of it as your walking kata. Practice this, my friend, because when you walk like a martial artist, there's a good chance you're going to get where you want to go. If you like this video, thanks for subscribing to the channel and sharing with a friend. Until next time, check under the bed and keep fighting for a happy life.